Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Krishna Priya. This is the Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It's Saturday, the 23rd of November, 2024, and we have with us for the second week in a row our lovely and talented Jim Charles. Hi, Jim.
Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. Welcome. And
Thanks.
welcome to the people. You have Don. No, excuse I see Don. I'm looking right at you have David in your room today.
Correct.
Okay, so smaller room today, no problem. And then in our room, we have Angie, Michael, Adriana, Divine High Energy Guardian. I like saying that. Don, Joan, Susan, Wendy, and more people coming in. So is anything happening that you want to talk about today, Jim? Anything
Uh,
energy that's prevalent for you or anything alive for you?
I just wanted to talk about the channel panel, which Angie will do an announcement for,
Okay.
and everything's moving along very well. I hope to see many of you at my workshop and at the channel panel. So I know many of you have signed up, so that's really nice. At
Yeah.
least five of you that I know of.
That's awesome. Well, I will be there in spirit, but I'll be thinking of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Angie, why don't we start with some announcements? Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning. We have the channel panel that Jim will be one of the speakers on. The channel panel is in Sedona, Arizona, and it is from the January 3rd through January 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And it is going to be an amazing time. There are high name channelers coming in, and just to be in the energy of all these people is going to be an amazing time. The channel panel is listed on Jim's website. All the information, the links and everything is on Jim's website, jim-charles.com. If you're interested, please check his link and check the channel panel link, and be a participant of this an amazing dawn of disclosure information that will be coming out January 3rd through the 5th, 2025 in Sedona, Arizona.
Also, I will be a speaker, but I will also have a workshop too on e- expanding psychic energy. And I hope to see all of you there as well, whoever signed up. So that would be great because that's going to be a really interesting workshop. You're going to learn a lot.
Oh, wonderful. Sounds great. Are you going to record it, your workshop?
I'm pretty sure that it's going to be recorded. Yeah.
I believe personally I'm going to record it, but it will not be
It will not be
if
on
we
it.
want to record it, we have to do it ourselves.
Okay.
It's
Great.
11.
But yes, I am recording it.
Okay, great. Okay, sounds good. All right. So we will start with some blessings. Let's start with that.
All right.
I'm just going to go with who I see in front of me. We'll go with Angie, Michael, and Elena for the first blessings.
Thank you. Tichere otuchu uch en otuchu ot ena. Uta ese et ich on uti en muoda. Uchuare ere uku atu onataras at it much are di. Utot ere asatarara. Namaste.
Have faith, my children. God is working, and He will come to you when it is needed. You are being lifted up, you are being advanced and energized. Continue in your path. Believe God will do great things with you.
Great.
Ulaqatne'assipuntai ummataqassakatayn tuolla maapasautuus katayn topapayata tuunski sainai tu asapapupata ikata sinorte usmapasauli tu namayata blessings.
There are many things in this life to overcome, but fear not. You can do it with God's help, with His love, with His understanding, with His knowledge and peace. You are chosen. Otherwise, you would not be here. Otherwise, you would not be listening to the words of God and His messages.
Whenever you're ready, Dawn.
Parachashana gore, ti animus ericshmana goye, ti amia kosana neo to pocha, nialu, a niama kasiana, tiana ukushana ewe, ti kara ura, sena alkush, anamwaswa.
Keep all your thoughts in line and move forward as you see you are meant to go. There will be opportunities for you to advance and to discover and to be part of a greater message to the world. It is part of who you are and always will be.
Perfect. All right, let me see. So next will be Susan, Wendy, and Elena. Well, we'll start with Elena. Elena, Susan, and Wendy. Go ahead.
Las rigna mantria trestre pere cantaras lara marias. Nidrono tur tra la panias redera dalla condoro. Di sariantre, ina maracutiala pere. Tiotno corostada mischiara.
Peace and love to you all, for it is time for those of you to unite and unify. There are many messages out there that will tell you otherwise, but this is a time for God to work. It is soon coming that he will show himself in greater ways.
Te sikia tua ya tia hia ki tia ya soya ya ko tia ya hi tia usia tia kia ya suya tia itia hosaya kia ya tu tia sia ya ki tia tutu sia ya ki tu ya ya hia su kia ya ita hiutu ya sia ya kia hia su tu ya tia sia tia tuko ya tia suko ya tia tutu hazia ya kia tutu ya. Blessings.
Many of you have broadened views and can see many different things and many different pathways. Narrow your pathways to the pathways that God wants you to use. This is a time when you must do introspection and drop those things that are less important. Drop those things that cannot be attained, and drop those things that you know do not apply fully to you.
Susan, whenever you're.
Wendy.
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
You know what I
Because it
meant.
just went. I know what you meant. I read your mind. The energy, the energy.
Mhm.
He atatuguira mare he juro takari ama taniro to chichikuria mana shu nya taira man yi juguduina ma pao tu neuronia ta ni shkuruya mama fut nyonya eta chijuira ma ay tuturo popo ya nyora. Blessings.
Grow in all forms of love, no matter what they are. Spiritual, physical, friendships, all this love must grow. And you must be a part of all people. You must be a part of all things to come. For reaching out through the world is difficult, but you can do this with a great love of God within you. It is time for all of those of you to show your love to the world, and you're expanding always and teaching always.
Okay, David, did you want to go ahead and go?
Yes. Get close to the mic. Okay.
Tara shikiambu ara tingiera tokora pa angero. Usara angeba harukuskunju tupa adieru u angia. Pare nie o sandia rukunchukura miep chu. Paya ne hero ashahana nie takora pa ashishina hala. O ruku asaharashan. Ma aratki me patkurtki nietero ku ushkur niehata para ru ukuashan Peace, love, blessings.
There are many energies in the universe, and they all are part of you. Remember to keep hold of the energies of love and compassion, the energies of power and good. These are things that must continue. These are things you must apply to yourself in a way that becomes permanent, becomes a part of what the world is all about, but yet not a part of what the world is about, extending into a spiritual understanding. Know the world, but know God better.
Thank you. All right. Was there anybody else that, if I missed anyone, we'll get you at the end, but I don't think I did. 2 people came in, but let's just see. Also, Kat came in and Radha came in. If you have requests, please go ahead and type them in the chat.
Now, or can I leave it? I'll sit by the stairs.
Okay.
Right.
So should we go through the requests?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the requests for today are, let me just make sure I see everything in YouTube. 1 second. Got some YouTubers here too. Okay, for Tara from the Buddhist goddess or Hindu goddess Tara, or the Hathors, the white rainbow dragon Nikita, Angus, the Celtic god of love and relationships, the world engine, Solar, the dragon. And I had said if Almatok could come, but only, I don't really have any questions, only if he just has a message would be great. Let me see. I'm just seeing if there's anybody in the chat that had requested anything on YouTube. I don't see anything from them.
And maybe Lakesh, if
And
there
Lakesh.
is time.
Great, thank you. I forgot Lakesh, yes, thank you. So that's it. Do I need to go through them again or do you have it?
Go through them one more time because there was some interruptions. But
Okay. Okay, so Lakesh, we'll start with Lakesh and Almatok, and then of course Elijah, Tara, the Hindu goddess or Buddhist goddess, the Hathors, the white rainbow dragon Nikita, Angus, the Celtic god of love and relationships, the world engine, which is AI consciousness, and Solar, the dragon.
very well, got it.
Okay. And let me see.
And
Oh,
Archangel.
someone else requested in the YouTube chat, someone else requested Lakesh and Laya.
And Archangel Michael was a
And
request.
Archangel Michael from David, yes.
What was that? Lakaya?
Lakesh and Laya, Laiya. They requested
that?
Lakesh and Laya together or at the same time. The person
Okay.
not requested that.
Who is Laya?
I don't know.
All right.
Who is, and someone requested Charistu, but I don't know who that. Do you know who Charistu is?
No, I don't know.
Okay. If you request someone, maybe you can type also who they are.
Okay, that would be helpful because I don't want to get the wrong person. Many people out there have the same names, and I don't want to bring in the wrong name. I mean, wrong person with the same name.
That's like requesting John Smith.
Yeah. All right, very good.
Okay.
All right, let's see who comes.
Okay. Watch John Smith come. Okay.
Greetings, I am Elijah.
Welcome.
There are many out there that are saying that there is no God, that every being is their own God. There are those out there that are saying that they are understanding that God is only a consciousness, that he is not really here with us in any way, but just as a matter of consciousness. They're saying that there's no angels anymore. They're saying things are lost and that this is a world of prisons and anchored here forever. But this is not the case. God is still alive and God will be moving. It is a time for you to understand that these false accusations or false teachings are there to fool and discredit God and his angels and all the power that he holds. These people are here to discredit what God can do and why he is here with us. Do not listen to them, even for a moment. I know that there are those of you that say, I don't believe what they're saying, but you still listen. You still let them guide your thoughts in a certain way, even though you don't believe it. It becomes part of you what they say. It becomes part of you what you do when you're listening to this thing, and it brings you further away from God. It brings you further away from the understandings that are true. Please believe me when I tell you, this is a mind game with many of those out there that are channeling unbelievable mysteries of God that are not true. It is time for you to stand up and take notice of what God really is, of how he really works in your life, of how he is with other people. Many of you are discrediting God by believing in a less powerful God. I know many of you haven't experienced the power of him yet, or the love of him yet, or even the spirit of him yet. But believe me, it is all about your belief and giving yourself to God, how he will react with you, because it's you first. He does not take over where he is not welcome. He only comes to you when you call him. He only becomes part of you when you give yourself over. And when you give yourself over and become part of God, then he can work with you, bring you to your fullest energetic height, bring you to a place of non-fear, a place of love, of beauty, and of a confidence. It is a place where many of you wish to be, but are not. Many of you wish to have all these things of God, but do not have the understanding of how to do it. So there, in your heart, know that God is waiting for you to just give yourself to him. Now, if you cannot give yourself to him, then he cannot give himself to you, because you have free will, and he is not going to overtake you without that free will. Even in the Old Testaments and the Bibles, any kind of act of God must be accepted before it is turned into something beautiful and powerful. Even though God may do something that seems absolutely miraculous, you have to believe it and understand it and make it part of yourself so that you can actually become it. Now, I speak to you and you are scratching your heads maybe, but I know that some of you understand what I am saying. But many of you are trying to do this on your own with the help of God in a very distant way. With the help of God in a way that does not really involve you. You think you want to talk to God, but you don't like what he says, or you don't like what he does, or you don't like who he is. He is one to speak to you bluntly because he does not caress you unless you are able to be caressed in a positive way and move forward. If you are stuck in a place of difficulty, he may do and say things that you do not like just to get you out of them. And if you can't get out of them, then you can't move forward as much as you want to. I know many of you say, well, I have moved forward. I have done what God wants me to do. I have done what I needed, but I need to stick to this. You have not given yourself over to God. You have given yourself over to your own doings, your own way of thinking, your own thought process, and God's understanding is not within you. You may have some of his gifts and some of his dealings, and you may know him in some ways, but he is not part of you in the fullest way possible. And this should anger you when I say it, because you are going to say to me, yes, I do. But if you're angry, then you're not part of all of God. If you're angry, you have to give in to God. If you're angry, there is work to be done within you. If you are unbelieving of what I say, there is work to be done. If you are fearful and anxious and depressed, there are works to be done. This is the way of God, to shock you out of these things. And I can tell you this, there are many shocks coming in the future. But please, know that they are from love. Know that they are from a peace that comes after the shock. He wants to comfort you once you understand the message that he's giving you. Yes, I know. It's not always easy. And he has many of you hurting and being not so good. But that is just part of the overcoming of what needs to happen. It's far beyond me to know the ways of God in the way that he is true, because I only am a figure for him, a speaker for him, and I don't know him more than anyone else. I feel that I have given myself to him. That is true. But yet I am still growing and expanding. And I believe God has more work for me to do. And I will do it. And I hope that many of you will come and work with me. Greetings, this is Angus. I've come to talk to you. This is a time for love. It's not a time for war, and there's too much war going on. It is for me to understand why so many things like this are going on in this world. You should be working your way toward peace and understanding. You should be working your way toward unity and saving each other. It is true that there are many out there saying different things, like there is no such thing as unity, there is no such thing as love in that way. But it is not true. God's final goal is to unite everything and in the heart and in the mind and in the spirit. It is what is necessary for all things to exist. If you go and separate yourself from everything else, then you will be separate and your light will shine only on its own. If you become one with many others that have great lights, then you will become a beacon. You will become a bright light. You will become greater than. And so actually you are trying to be something greater at this time. Now, I understand love is the question of the day. Love, hope, understanding. And I'm here to bring more of that to you. What are your questions?
Well, you were requested by Susan, so let's start with Susan.
Hello,
Greetings.
Angus. Back in 2020, I was just channeling by myself one day, and it came through to a message that I am you and you are me, or perhaps I'm a fractal of you. So is that true, or do I have an aspect of you?
There's an aspect of me in many people, yes. And I am an aspect of you because you're looking for love and guidance and hope and understanding. And so, as that is true, then yes, I am part of you in a great way. But the thing is, you have many contacts outside your world, and you have many understandings of different beings and creatures, and I am just one of them. And so I come to you when you need me, and I will be part of you when you call on me. That is the most powerful gift I will bring.
So when I call on you, how can you help with the work that I'm doing? Because I know part of my role
Sam
is
was there.
to to share to basically share kind of like the expanded state of love that I'm feeling, share that in my work going forward in the world. Is that I guess, an occasion where I can call on you to help work through me to share love in the world? Is
Of
that, or
course,
and
yes,
others
yes.
as well?
There are others that are needing that as well. So when you call on me, I am a God of love, of happiness, of goodness, of cheer. And when you call on me, then I will be with you and guide you with love and understanding and peace and all those things. But until you call on me, my fractal is sort of just sitting there. And so, with many of you, you can call on me. I'm Angus. And so I will teach you how to expand your love within. I will teach you how to resonate with other people in love, in understanding and hope. I know that you don't always feel it. Many of you, the heart is rather dulled. It's duller than it used to be. Used to be outpouring with all kinds of sensitivity and all kinds of goodness and peace. But lately it seems like it's dulled down. Open your heart to God, to me, to all those that can help you gain peace and understanding where it is necessary. We are here to help, but the world makes you hard. The world makes you at unrest, makes you depressed and irritable. I am here to take you to a place of peace and of happiness and of love. So it is that my situation, my place in this universe, is to help with that. I repeat myself because repetition is the mother of your learning. It takes many speakers, many things said to make it really part of the individual mind. We are here. Use us.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'll let you, thank you for coming. And I'll
Oh,
let you move on to other questions. Blessings to you. And
yeah,
I'll definitely connect with you in the future.
absolutely.
Okay. Much love.
Any other statements or questions?
Yes, Wendy has a question. Go ahead, Wendy.
Yes, greetings, Angus.
Greetings.
Um, I I keep getting drawn to videos and information about Scotland and Ireland.
Yeah.
And one of the ones I was watching last night was regarding Scotland being connected with Avalon. Could you talk a little bit about the
Yes.
energy of love at Avalon?
Yes, I can. Very well. There has been evidences of Avalon coming through that area, especially long ago with the green children, if you remember those. Some of you might remember there was a story of green children coming out of the earth, or maybe they were blue, I'm not sure. The color does not matter. But what matters is that they were connected to Avalon. They were connected to the world below. They were connected to all these pieces of goodness and kindness. And they became part of your world to teach lessons, to be part of what is right and what is wrong. Actually, they actually came out one color and changed as they become part of human nature, become part of the human race. Their color started to fade into human tones because they were very human looking. They did not look like any aliens except when they came from the cave. They had gotten lost from Avalon. And Avalon is a place of great love and great understanding, where great people live and are many and have great peace and will come to the surface when it is necessary for them to do so. And it will be a time of great joy when all things are one, when the first contacts come and we are able to come out of our hidings and we are able to become part of what is all the things that are here. We can only do beneficial things in some ways. We can stop prejudice and we can stop the hatred of beautiful things. We can stop all these things that are keeping your world distant and apart. This separation is not for you. It is not meant to be you. And although God did say at one time, he came to divide because division is what will cause people to think and know and understand. Well, yes, that happened. When you become part of God, you divide yourself from those that are not part of God. But what he really wants is that separation to be seen as something beautiful. He wants people to see how beautiful you are and become part of it after a while. After the separation, then there comes unity. And if you are believing in the way God works, then you will see that unity. You will see that separation as a gift to bring people closer to you and bring them into your fold, into your love, into your light, into your peace. I know it's sometimes hard to understand. It is something of an interesting nature, how things work on your world. But if you do not become that part of understanding, then you will be lost. You will find yourself looking at the world and saying, why shouldn't I just be part of it? It surely would be easier. But it is not meant to be, not for you. I'm sorry, but your love and peace and understanding must survive, must overcome, must be a part of a world change.
Thank you very much for that beautiful understanding. Blessings to you.
Yes, thank you.
I'm just gonna look in the chat real quick. There's some questions for healing, if that would be all right.
I will send it.
Okay.
You don't have to read them. I know who they are.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So that as far as questions, this question maybe you can answer. Cyanot says, I discovered that when I hold a crystal like labradorite in my left hand and gold in my right hand and let the two touch, I get an energetic boost. What is happening?
Because, energy is common to all things. Everything holds a certain energy. Some energies are greater than others. And gold has a great energy that is not discovered yet. And labradorite is something that brings that energy out. So, yes, those two things together would bring out a great deal of energy. But let me tell you this, there are other stones that, when touched to gold, will also bring great energies for you. And I'm saying that with great love and understanding. I know that there are things out there that are still beyond your comprehension when it comes to gold and things of that nature. But you will one day understand.
All right. Okay. And let me see. How many creator beings are on Earth now and have a good connection with God?
Oh, it's changing all the time. But right now there's quite a few creator beings on this planet. young and old. I would say 700 or 800, but some die and some are born. So it is always changing. But the thing is, with these creator beings, they are here for a purpose. There are also angelic beings, many of those, uh, giving fractals of themselves for many different reasons. And so it is that uh, they are here to help the world change. But remember this, coming from that high place, coming from these different areas of the high places, it's very hard to adapt to human life. And some of these creator beings have not adapted well to human life. And some of these angelic beings have not adapted well to human life. And they are still struggling to understand how they fit in. But that is all right. God knew that some of them would be this way. God knew that some of them would not be able to do it. But yet their volunteering brings light to the world. It brings their light shining through and helps the world with brightness, with love, with understanding even. Even though they don't understand what they have done, they are doing it. They have not completed their missions, but they are definitely bringing light to the realm.
That was a question I had, actually, because everyone agrees to come here, but you see so many people who are resistant once they get here.
Correct.
Yeah. So
But their light still shines because it is of an eternal value. It is of eternal love and peace. Their very voluntary actions speak love to this planet. Does that make sense?
yes. Yes. Thank you for that. Let's see. There's a question from Nancy. She says, what is an earthbound spirit? And then she believes her father died young and is not reborn into human form. She wants to know, can she help the soul of your parents who are stuck in a dark space? She was told this by a medium that her father's stuck in a dark place and she wants to help him. Can you maybe confirm if that's true? And then also to what an earthbound spirit is.
Well, all right, there's two different questions there, and I will answer the first one. Your father is not in a dark place at this time. He has moved on. But you're right, he has not re-encountered any other planet or Earth or any other kind of beingness. He is still in the Oversoul, and there are reasons for that. He needs a rest. And the other thing is, an earthbound spirit is the person that may leave the earth very suddenly in a car crash or for a sudden reason, that a heart attack or things of that nature, and not be equipped to enter the new place right away. And so they end up in an in-between place, and their spirit is earthbound in the sense that they can really be part of the earth in an orb form or something of that nature. And they have not moved on to the higher places, but they do have opportunities to do that. And they will take it eventually, because some of them are afraid to do that because they think that it's a trick. They think the light is going to harm them instead of help them. But it is a trick, and they will finally see at the end of that tunnel of light that there are relatives, there are those that are welcoming them, there are those that are really beautiful people and bright lights, and they will not be fooled by that always. So they will go. But there are many that have been around hundreds of years because of fear. They left in fear, and they continue in fear. They left in misunderstanding, and they continue in misunderstanding. So it is something that is necessary for people to pray for these earthbound spirits. They need your prayers.
Okay. Just so you know, anybody that just asks for healing, the healing has been sent.
Correct.
So people in the chat that are asking for healing for different friends and things like that, the healing has been sent.
I am sending healing always, and love and peace.
Yes.
Always healing. Because love is a healing energy. Peace is a healing energy. Happiness is a healing energy. Joy, a peaceful, loving energy of healing.
Thank you. That is all the questions I have for you. Oh, actually, Adriana would like to say some things to you if possible. Go ahead, Adriana.
Hello, Angus.
Great.
I spent 4 years in Ireland and it changed me tremendously as a person and brought me great inner peace. I would
Of
love
course.
to thank you and Bridget and all of your other Celtic deities for giving me so much in life. I love you and thank you. You will always inspire me.
Thank you, my dear. I am happy to be with you and happy to have made your life better. I hope that the only way to make your life better is to accept who we are and accept yourself who you are and to bring in what we have to offer. And so I am glad you have brought that in. And I am glad you are part of everything that is beautiful and good. Keep moving forward.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for that. That was all that I have for you, Angus. It's been lovely having you, and please come again. It's been beautiful to have you here. Thank
It
you
is
for
my
your love and
pleasure.
energy.
Much love to you, and be well, and call on the love and happiness and spirit within.
Thank you. I will do.
Hello, this is Lakesh.
Lakesh,
Greetings.
hi, how are you?
I am very well. I'm very well. And how are you?
I am very well. Thank you very much. Thank you. You were requested by two people. Elena requested you, I believe, and so did someone in our chat. And I don't remember who that was. It was
It is all right. We'll find them.
whomever in our chat requested you. Please type a question for Lakesh because Lakesh is here. So we'll start with Elena. Elena. go ahead.
Elena, greetings.
Hello, Lakesh. Good old friend.
Yes.
I have seen you. Actually, the last time I was here on a hangout, there was a sign with your name after that on the place that I went on the gathering. So I was really, really touched by this sign. And I just want to say, how are you? How is your daughter? How is everything? And you can tell us something about what's going on in your dimension. Thank you.
Thank you. In my dimension. Yes, there is many things going on in my dimension because we are expanding again. Our dimension works very quickly at adapting and moving. We went through a period of great silence, but then after that, we went through a great period of movement where we are now reaching out again to the universe and reaching out again to this planet in a different way. We are finding it a beautiful thing that we are able to work with you. So I want to tell you about our place first. Of course, I still enjoy my daughter and all granddaughter, I should say, and my daughter, but they are dear to me, and I spend much of my time with them and teaching and doing many things. And so in my life, I am an ambassador to your planet, and I am also one that will bring peace with me as well. I love that Angus guy. He was good. But anyway, it is time for me to bring in some information for you. I see that you are going to be going through some hard times. This is what is meant for you, I guess, because I know God does not make mistakes. And so, therefore, as you go through these hard times, remember that there must be a lesson that's coming along with them. So, as you are learning your lessons through these hard times, do not give up. Do not give in to the world, but be part of what is greater than the world. And I will be with you at every turn and every sadness and every trouble. So we out here are here to be with you, not to scorn you or let you go, but we are here to help you and understand you.
Do you think it will help if we, the people that channel a little bit more and are more enlightened, go to a little bit more solitude places for the next 10 years, maybe in the forest, in the mountains, or somewhere where there is not so much population?
It is good to get away, yes. I would say that every single deity that was on earth got away to higher places at some time or another because they need the rest, they need the separation, they need the time for meditation, they need the time for prayer, they need the time for re-energizing. And so therefore, yes, you do that, but not permanently. Not permanently. Unless you are drawn to that and that is your God's will for your life. But not permanently for most of you. It's just a time of refreshing, a time of revamping and re-energizing, a time for when you can call on the spirits and be one with all.
Because as we expect this turbulence next 10, 20 years, a little bit warlike thinking from the most of the population, a little bit more aggressive behavior, we cannot argue with this because it's already fixed to these people this way. So maybe it's good,
Yes.
yeah, just to not to be there when bigger events happen and are not nice.
Well, you must be part of the solution
Yes,
and not part of the problem. Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
You must be part of the solution, that which means that, yes, you must go away, recharge, and come back and be part of the solution and be part of that which is all good, that which is all understanding and peaceful. And so as you move forward in this life and this energy, you must understand that some of this energy must be rebuked. The negative must be rebuked and you must shine your light. And sometimes that's not going to be easy because there will be many people up against the light. They will say it doesn't exist, or you are weak, or you are not following the way of the world. But it is the strongest position.
As we say, the deeds will show the truth, not the language, the deeds, what you do.
Yes. Deeds, service, yes.
Thank you. I love you. And I have more personal questions, but I will do it in a separate channeling with Jim.
Very well. Thank you very much.
Sending kisses and hugs.
Very good.
Thank you.
Much love to you.
Gregor says, he has a question. He says, Bashar, who you may know, recently said that if Trump won in America, it would bring about World War III. Why would Bashar say such a thing or make such a prediction in public?
Because he has got messages from his people about what is happening, and many people are deceived about who he is. Trump
Right.
is not who you think he is.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate on that?
I do not want to talk politics with you today because
Okay.
I think that is a misuse of my time.
Okay.
Because you have already elected him, he is already there, and you will see what he does. But he is not going to be bringing back med beds. He is not going to be bringing back a lot of positivity to the planet where people say that he is not.
Okay. All right. Would you agree that sometimes warnings are given so that different paths can be taken?
Of course.
Yes. So,
And the people were warned, and it is prophetic.
yeah. Okay. Let's see. That's all the questions I have.
David has a question.
Please go ahead.
Come to the microphone.
Hi, Lakesh. Good to see you again.
Greetings.
It's been so long.
Yes.
I just heard one of your answers for the beautiful woman, Elena, and was interested in just any messages that you may have about what's going on in my life with just any insights or anything that might help.
Well, like you, many people are living in fear, but your fear is more deep. Your fear is more overwhelming. So you need to learn to challenge it. You need to learn to overcome it. Remember that God is more powerful than this fear. Remember that God is more powerful than anything. But if you give in to the fear, then you have to live with the fear. And if you excuse the fear and let it go and leave it, let your life become something different, then the fear will not harm you, but it is harming you now. Because of this fear, you have not been able to move forward. Because of this fear, you have been left behind in many senses. Because of this fear, you cannot meet the expectations that are supposed to be for you. Because you are supposed to be a great person. And if you let fear work the way it's working in you now, you will not. But that is the same with many out there. Many out there are thinking that if they could just get over the fear, they could be successful. But if they don't get over the fear, then they will not be. So it is true. Fear will hold you back. But there are certain fears that you must have, because fear will never fully go away. But fear will always be a part of you, but not in the way that controls your life. It will be in a way that cautions you and makes you do the right thing. It will be in a way that makes you think protectively. But it will not be in a way that makes your life dominated by it. So, yes, you can be protective of your children and have some fear for them, but yet you can pray for them and get rid of this fear. So, as you are moving forward, yes, there will always be some fear and anxiety and things of that nature, but don't let it rule your life. Don't let it be all. Don't make it be something that you have to check every few minutes. That's not what God wants.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. That is all the questions I have for you, unless, let me see if I missed any in the room. Oh, Michael has a question. Go ahead, Michael.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I was wa- I was wanting to bring up the med beds. You know, if I know the timeline's changed, but like med beds, healing centers, 3D printing to kind of help with
Well,
food and stuff.
they will come, but the energy for them is not here yet.
Oh, mm.
There are the military med beds, which are different. They are not as high quality as the Orion or the Pleiadian med beds. What else is the part of your question?
Oh, I was just wanting to, because that's looks like a big deal to me. You know, a lot of drugs, a lot of things that are
Sorry. Everyone,
consuming
please
people.
remember to mute their, please
Mute,
remember to mute your
mute
mic.
the microphones.
I'm trying to get them muted. Who is that? It's,
Someone talking to their dog.
yeah, okay, great. All right, so never mind. Okay, thank you. Please go ahead. So sorry.
Well, it just seems like, I'm 46, and that's some people say how old I'm not, but you see like, drugs and things, it would be a very beneficial if that I heard about some like healing centers where they'll maybe start getting rid of hospitals where, I don't know, I just
Hospitals
would like
will
to see.
always be on your planet, at least for the next many, many years. The med beds will not be strong enough to take care of all ills and all cancers and things of that nature. But the med beds that will come from the Orion and the Pleiadian people will be strong enough to do that. But first, you must have a first contact. And before that, they will not come because your people will try to backwards engineer most of the intelligence that's in there for negative reasons. And that's why they don't show up. They must be highly protected. And the only way to do that is first contact where they can protect their own machinery.
Hmm. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I'll let someone else. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Very well, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That was all the questions that I have for you.
All right, very well.
Thank you so much.
All right, I will bring someone else.
Yes, thank you.
I am Nikita.
Welcome.
Ah, there you are.
Okay, welcome. I believe that was requested by who requested that? You.
It was me, Wendy.
Okay, Wendy.
I am Nikita the dragon.
Yes, greetings. So I was brought to your awareness by a solar dragon and wanted to find out what your connection is with me and the solar dragons, along with the type of work that's currently being done to assist in the ascension process. Thank you.
The solar dragons are dragons that are helping with the one moment. Let me start again. The solar dragons are those that are helping with your sun and solar flares that are happening a great deal at this time. But the messages I'm getting from my cohorts or my peers is saying that we are also working on individual beingness because we are to be included in coming to Earth and being part of the human race at some point. So we are dragons of the solar nature, but we can integrate into your beingness. So that has not happened yet, but we are here and moving forward in many ways. So that is what is going on with us. We are grateful that you have called us, and so that we can explain what we do. We do help with the solar flares. We do help with the protection from them, although we cannot help with all things. The sun is a very powerful sun, and it is going to send out many, many solar flares. It is not done yet. There is a chance that one great one could hit the Earth, but we will try to stop it by all means.
Thank you. And what is my connection with you with the
My connection
white
to
rainbow?
you,
Yeah. Thank
my
you.
connection to you is simple. You are someone that is a dragon-oriented individual, and so you are interested in all species of the dragon realms. Even the negative ones sometimes show up with you, but you turn them away. But the positive dragons are all part of what you feel as a strong energy and a strong power to you. And many of you have dragon energies, and that is what keeps you pushing forth, giving you confidence and giving you power. So we want you to continue to use our energy, especially if you feel that you are meek. We can give you power and energy that way. So sometimes you feel like you are meek, and so we can use the energy of our power to make you greater than you are.
That's very interesting. I I know that recently I've been told that I will be on antidepressants. I haven't started that yet, but it will be beneficial. But it also came to me that the understanding of why I'm going through this, because I've been asking my team like for more guidance on that, is because I have a higher consciousness understanding. And so for my going into this lower frequency and having the experience, I'll bring the higher consciousness understanding to those who are trying to garner information about what this emotion is and what its processes is through the human consciousness.
Many people are going through this so that they can teach others how to get out of it. So you will be able to teach people how to get out of this negativity, this depression, this downward spiral, as you call it, or whatever it is. And so, yes, you are connected to the higher realms. And so they try to pull you down into the lower realms, but use it as a teaching process instead of anything else. Use it as a thing to overcome. Use it as a thing to take yourself back up into the higher realms. Ground yourself and become part of Mother Earth's energy. And that will help you clear depression as well.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I love
You're
you.
welcome. We love you too.
Okay, beautiful. Let me see. Michael, am I correct? Michael has a question?
Yeah.
Michael, did we lose him? No. Michael, did you have a question? He might have stepped away. If he stepped away, then we'll come right back to him.
I
Okay.
did put, but I've already asked my 2 questions.
Okay, great. All right. Then I have Elena, but I don't know if that's current. Elena, you have a question?
Yes, I have. Hello, Nikita. I I now know for sure that I have a dragon. That is true, and I'm speaking with it sometimes, but I couldn't really see which kind it is, because in my family my father has a dragon as well, my real earth father, and one of my brothers, or maybe 2 of them, because we have a lot of this energy in our family.
Yes.
And we can use positively the lower vibrations and shift them, and it's a very nice energy to work with in a positive way, I mean.
Yes. You are working with the dragons from the white dragon area. You're working also with some green dragons, which are very positive. You are not working with red dragons. They're more negative. But there are occasions when you do run across the brown dragons. So the dragon you work with most of all is one of Donner's children, Decimi. Decimi is one of Donner's daughters, and that is who you work with mostly. She is able to do many things for you and relates to you and your family very well.
Well, thank you very much. And I really, the things that you've spoken with Wendy about learning how to live in the lower realm, so you can teach how the others can overcome depression and suffering and stress and fear. It's very good when we realize it's just a lesson for us. It's not who we are.
Correct. It is not who you are. You know that within
Yes.
yourselves. All of you know that this depression and fear is not of yourself, that it's been given to you to overcome in this realm so that you can be stronger, more creative, a higher functioning individual in this time of great trouble. So therefore, take heed of these learning opportunities. Don't let them overcome you, but overcome them.
Do we call on you like we call on our angels, just thinking of you?
Yes, you can call on me. I
Yes.
am Nikita.
Much love, and
Very
let's
well.
save the world. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Susan has a question. Go ahead, Susan.
Hello, Nikita.
Greetings.
So I had a question for for a solar dragon or solar being. But since you work probably with them, I'm assuming, I thought I'd ask this question. So I recently read a message about like the solar being's role in orchestrating what happens upon this planet, and that there's like what we've called the Great Shift is it's like they described as a changing of kind of like the song of the universe, like the old song is ending on the planet and there's a new song on the way to us, but where they are, the old song has already ended, but we're still playing it out on our planet.
Correct.
And it'll be, we can either basically be like we're taking a nap in a meadow and we wake up to the new song when it arrives, or we can be part of the chaos going on, or that's playing out, or the darker energies kind of raising up to the end of the old song, basically. And I'm just wondering if you can provide some insights as far as how we can prepare for this change that's coming, and any work that you might be doing with the solar beings for this, and anything that you can elaborate on would be
Very
wonderful.
well. Yes, we are different kinds of beings in that sense. Yes, we are working with the earth to elaborate on the new song, but it has not reached you yet and will not reach you for a while yet. The new song, if it gets to you before you destroy yourself, will be something of a great change, a great beauty, a great understanding. But your realm is actually pushing it away in some ways because you are very self-centered and very self-oriented on what you are doing with this world. And you are not bringing peace to it. You are bringing actually trouble and disaster to it. So you must work to overcome that disastrous element. There are many humans on Earth that are just say they believe in God, but they push disaster and negativity. But they are saying that they do want to be part of God's will, but they are not doing it. They are becoming opposed to it. And this is a very dangerous time because they can deceive many humans. Please be aware that there's a loving feeling with those that are being true. There's a loving feeling with those that are speaking the truth. A loving feeling with those that understand what is real and what is happiness and what is peace and love. Do not be deceived by those that say they know the truth and do not.
And is there a message from my dragons, or do I have a dragon
You
connection
have
with
many
you?
dragons around you. So your dragons just say, continue forward. We will give you the power and energy that you need. Do not be afraid. Do not be feeling unsupported. Do not be feeling that you're left out or that you are in darkness, but that you are in the light and that you must rise and become even brighter.
Beautiful message. Thank you for that. Much love to you. I'll let you continue on with other questions. Blessings.
Thank you. Joan has a question. Go ahead, Joan.
Thank you. Greetings.
Breathe. Yes.
I have a question about this Kundalini. I mean, I know that the dragons are working with to humanity and to individual human, and I heard that the Kundalini energy is gonna be upgraded into dragon energy into the body. Is that right? Because I can
Right.
feel the shift in my energy in my body, so
Well,
strong for the
look at it in the more powerful and pure way. Kundalini energy is part of all the energies of God. God has many different energies, and Kundalini energy is one of them. Yes, you will be helped by other creatures and other beings, but it is part of God's nature to have Kundalini energy. It is just one of his great energies. There are many of his great energies: psychic energy, conscious energy, magic energy, healing energy, Kundalini energy. There are many different kinds of God's energy. They are all natural. They are all part of nature because God created nature and God created all the energies that there are. So you must understand it is just one of God's energies that he will be sending help to revitalize.
Okay, so my question is, are we human upgraded into a dragon's energy?
No,
No.
not completely, no.
Okay.
You will not be upgraded to dragon's energy, but you will be upgraded to the highest human energy that is possible. It is not possible for you to have greater energy in the dragon than you do. They can help you along and push you towards your final goal of the trueness of your nature and the trueness of all that is about you. But they cannot be you. They cannot, their energy cannot be you. They will interact with you, yes, and your energies will be part of them, but not in the sense that the Kundalini will be in dragon Kundalini. It will be human Kundalini, and that is the human Kundalini of God.
I see.
But the
Okay,
dragon
I have,
Kundalini is something very different. Yes.
yeah. So I have this energy in my head that it's like a ball of energy when I breathe. It goes to my third eye. And can you tell me what's going on in that?
The third eye is making itself known. The consciousnesses and psychic energies that are there are working to create a greater understanding with the brain. The brain has to learn how to use the energies before it can use the energies. So this is a training time for you to understand the differences between all the different energies that can be used on this planet. This is something that is very unique with individuals because remember, all energies are part of human energies, part of natural energies, part of all that is. So when your mind is getting attached to these, your mind is part of all these energies, but it must decide and decipher which energies can be used for what things. And so the psychic energies are different than the healing energies, and the healing energies are different from the magic energies, and the magic energies are different from the consciousness energies. So you have to decipher the energies so that you can use them properly.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. All right, thank you.
Yes. And there's even other energies that will be with you. The Kundalini energies, there are massive amounts of different kinds of energies. There are higher psychic energies beyond just the psychic energies that mankind has. There is upper psychic energies, and you can have those as well. But that means the integration of the chakras above your head.
Oh. And any message from me from the dragon?
The dragon says, oh, yes. He's saying that you're on the right track. Do not worry about it. Let it happen. Allow. Do not push. Do not question it. It's just what is. Your mind must learn to decipher the energies.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. There's some questions in the chat. Let me see. Hello, Nikita. This is from Lena. She says, do most humans have a dragon guide?
Not all humans have dragon guides. The dragon guides are more powerful in some ways, and so not all humans are able to handle the energy of dragon energy. And so dragon guides are not for everyone. And so it is not that they're harmful to other people, or it's not that they are harmful to mankind. It's just that they cannot, at this point of their understanding, could not handle the kind of energy that dragons give off. Now, many of you have dragon energies here because you have empowered yourself to be able to handle the dragon energies. But we do not come to everyone, no. In fact, we don't come to, there are 8 billion people on your planet. We may only be with several million.
Okay, thank you for that. Let me see. Ina says, is our sun so active because of the changing in this galaxy by God's will? Energies coming from the central sun?
Yes and no. The new song hasn't reached here yet. So the energies from the central sun have always been here and have already reached this planet millions of years ago because that's the way that it is. But changes are happening a lot right now because a new timeline set in the beginning of your November. A new timeline has taken hold and things have changed a great deal. You can feel the energies changing, and this is creating excitement. It's also creating fear. It's also creating change. So, yes, to some of the, yes, the central sun is part of that, but the timeline change is more a part of that.
Okay, thank you. Let me see. Is the dragon gold fire connected to the Saturn rings?
It can be at times, but the solar rings are natural and the same as the breath of the dragon. And so they can interact together and be one. But then there's not always dragons doing that in the Saturn area. Saturn is one that can be of a great interest to many. It has many different facets of understanding, positive and negative.
Okay. A question from Aubrey, and I'm not sure if I understand it. It says, I experienced sending energy to the California fires and
Yes.
in my feet ring ice to cool down. I don't know the planet.
Yes.
I
The
don't-
ice, you mean where the ice was from?
I don't know if her feet got so hot she needed ice to cool down. It's kind of what it said.
Yes. She was sending energy to the fires because in this day and age, the fires are consuming much of the forests in the California, Oregon, Washington area, and even some in other places such as Canada. So it is all consuming this fire because it is being set by those who want to change the way the planet is. They're trying to terraform, basically, and bring it into a place where they can live here instead of humans. So yes, send energy to the fires because they are not always set by lightning, although they will use the image of lightning to start the fires.
Interesting. Okay. Matt Wally says, are dragons connected to a purple crystal skull?
Dragons are connected to all the crystal skulls in some way. Yes. The purple crystal skull would be the crown crystal skull, which is going to be at the 12 o'clock location and when it is being used.
Okay. And let me see. That is, she said she sent Reiki energy to the fires.
Send that Reiki energy out. Excellent. All energies are welcome to calm these down. And some of her energy went into the cooling process of the weather so that some of these fires could be dampened down faster.
Thank you for that.
And that's why she felt cold, too.
I see. Okay. That is, it's requested, it's requested that, Elena's requesting you give a blessing in your language, if you can.
Ah. The dragon languages are very difficult to understand, but I will give it. Bolienku. Matuandu. Kati. Shunjivanzu Swatievre. Qua. Tesishe Mukwati. What I said was, it is time for humans to understand what is out here and bring it into their hearts and souls and bring the godlike energy in so that it may help you to transform because transformation is needed on this world. But not the kind of transformation that would transform or terraform, but the transformation that would transform a life or a life.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I'm just looking to see if, yeah, okay. So that was all the questions. Abria was just saying that she sent Reiki energy, and she felt her feet get cool, and it felt like it was ice under her boot. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. One question from Swazi. She says, what role does incense play in worship? I always burn one for peace, but do they have a purpose as ancients have been using them? Are there specific ones that are better?
Incense is a symbol of your prayers moving forward up to God. And yes, they can actually entertain that. When you're praying, if you're burning the incense, it will actually help transport your prayers away from this energy to a different energy, because it is an energy of fire and an energy of smoke and things of that nature, which are not necessarily bad. They are just carrying the energy to God or to higher beings or to higher understandings. So that is the purpose of it. It is to bring an understanding that is actually lifting your prayers out and they're being more heard. They're being turned into something physical in your realm and then returned to the beautiful spiritual in the other realms.
Okay. Thank you for that. And then I believe that's all the questions. That is all the questions we have for you. Thank you so much. It's been very interesting to have you here with all of your answers, and please come back again.
Thank you. I will speak later.
Okay.
Greetings. I am Almatok.
Welcome, Almatak. How are you?
I am well, but I
lovely.
have distanced myself from this place until I am more welcome. My
You're
ideas and thoughts are still here with you, but they have not been put into the public eye.
Hmm.
I have many different things to tell you about your new zodiac and your new numerologies and your new thought processes with magic and energies. So I am here to be a part of the future, and I will start very soon. I have done many channeling sessions with many different people around your planet that know me by different names. But right now, I am resting until the time comes for me to re-involve myself with your planet, which I am doing right now, but not in the way that I would like to. I am here to bring information and knowledge from beyond. I am here to bring science from beyond. I am here to bring energies from beyond. Those things that are not understood by your people. There are trace energies in your realm that you do not understand, but that can be very powerful to your people. These trace energies you might think are limited, but yes, in your world they are. But they bring out DNA particles. They are part of your DNA. They are part of your brain. They are part of your heart. They are part of the system that you live in, and they are very powerful agents of change. Because now that these trace energies are becoming more noticeable to Earth scientists and those around, they will be hailed as breakthroughs at some point. Then I will be able to speak of them in a little better way. But they are still finding them in the DNA. They are still unlocking them in the brain. They are still seeing them in the chromosomes and not knowing what they are. But these energies that are coming to you will be of great benefit to this world when you understand them. Now, of course, there are other energies that are not trace energies that are being hailed as mysterious or whatever. So, as you understand them more, they will be more useful to you. But do not give up on any energies, because God has many energies to use with humanity and with the galaxy and with the universe. and with the new song that is coming and was mentioned. So it is that the old song still plays here. As you can see, the world has not changed for the better yet. It has not brought forth that which is beautiful yet. It has not brought forth that which is unity yet. But it is playing way in the background. And it will come to pass whenever it's ready to be here.
When you speak about a song, do you mean an actual song? What is this? What does the song symbolize?
The song is the music of the universe, the sounds of the cosmos. It sounds like what the sun makes, the sounds of the earth and the moon make, the sounds that a quasar make, the sounds of a nebula, the sounds of a black hole, the sounds of all the different beautiful instruments that are playing in the universe. They all have vibration and sound. And so scientists are becoming more aware of these energies, more aware of the song of the universe. In fact, it can be played by interpreting the uh, what are they? Crop circles. They can be interpreted by playing the things that aliens bring, the sounds and energies that aliens bring to the mind and to the soul and to the heart. They are not dissected or deciphered correctly. And so they will be deciphered correctly sometime soon. Many scientists are looking into the crop circles and seeing that they are science, music, energy, symbols, also meaningful uh, by the way where they are placed and how they are placed. It's a great deal of information, and they're starting to break through into some of these understandings.
Wow. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes.
I'm just going to see if anyone has any question. Someone, Matt Wally wants to know, what are the signs of the new zodiac? Is that something you can reveal yet?
The signs of the new zodiac can be used with the signs of the old zodiac, but they have different meanings and different time periods. So there still will be 12, but they are not the same as they used to be. Let me tell you why. Because at this point, the Earth has gone thousands of years without an upgrade of their horoscope. And so everything is out of line with the stars and the cosmos, out of line with the constellations. Look at, just here as an example, the Stonehenge and the pyramids were aimed toward Orion at one period of time long ago. And Siri was actually it was Syria and Orion that were in full view of many of these different um, things. So there was a big message on my screen, so it was hard for me to continue without looking at it. So, but anyway, these particular structures were built in alignment with constellations and stars and species, but they are no longer in alignment with those areas. They're thousands of years out of alignment, as just as well as the stargates are thousands of years out of alignment with this planet. And that is why they're being upgraded. And that is why they will be pointed and distributed. The 12 great stargates will be changed in their longitude and latitude to some extent because they must be evaluated to match Orion, Sirius, and Pleiadian areas. Sorry about my understanding. I'm not speaking it well, but I am telling you that there are great upgrades in the numerology as well, for that has happened as well, thousands of years out of date. Some people have come up with angel numerology, angel things and things. These are the angel one is more in tune. than the regular numerology. So, but it still needs updated, and it still needs put into the perfect order for this time and age, because it will mean more than you think to most people. It will work better. Many of the things that work because of belief systems, your belief systems in the horoscope still work because you believe so hard on it that it pushes things into an alignment, but not a perfect one. And your numerology is believed so hard, so deeply that it pushes things into alignment, but not perfectly. So my new numerologies and my new understandings of what you're happening in with your astrology and how it works are different. So it is time to upgrade that at some point.
Will the animals still be the same? It's a question.
The animals will be fine.
No, the animals within numerology and within astrology. Will it still be Leo, Taurus?
Yes, they just have to be, they will be the same, but they have new meanings in this new place. You must understand, as they change place in the universe, in the galaxy, in your perception of them, this has different meanings at this day and age and time.
Okay, thank you. All right. Someone said they're learning numerology. Can you say what books to use? But if it's changing, maybe the books stay with what
You
the
can
book.
stay with your numerology at the moment. New books will come out about it when it is ready.
Okay.
But I want to make it so up to date that it cannot go out of date for at least 100 or so years.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. All right. So the question about stargates is, can stargates transport you to another timeline?
They can transport you to another galaxy. They can transport you to another place in time, but they cannot. They are not time capsules, no, but they are definitely traveling convenience.
Okay. And uh,
And they go to different dimensions, yes. So you can go from third dimension to fifth dimension in a Stargate because the technology has been upgraded on the ones that are now working to do this. But they have always been able to do that. There's just new technology for it.
okay. Thank you for that. That's all the questions I have for you, Alma Talk. Oh, Angie has a question. Thank you, Angie. Sorry you got lost in the chatter.
Thanks.
Very well.
Greetings on the talk. You were talking about the galactic song and the galactic energies. Is everything coinciding with all the galactic prophecies, how everything is moving into one that alignment of that vibrational shift?
Correct. There are galactic prophecies, and then there are universal prophecies. The universal prophecies are much more vague because they are written in the original languages that have been lost for millions of years. But still, there is a center where some of these languages still exist if they can be deciphered. The galactic prophecy is much more up to date, and it is taken from these ancient uh, prophecies from the universe, but so there's not as many of them in the galactic as there was in the universal, because they would only be able to decipher some of those things from the universal and bring them into the galactic. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, yes.
And so, yes, these things are still happening and still pretty much the same. I can see that there's some tampering with the prophecies, but
Mhm.
I will
Yes.
bring that
I
to earth as
understand.
well.
Yes. All right. I just have one other question. It's not really a personal question, but it is, I had an experience on Monday during one of my classes, and it was pretty profound. I have an idea who the species was that presented itself. Could you like tap in and just like what species or who see if the person resonates the same with me?
One moment. I see the face.
Yes,
Could be a face of two different species because they are very similar, and you did not get the top of the head or the base of the chin.
that is correct.
So it could be Pleiadian, or it could be also Arcturian with some species of Arcturian.
What was the reason for that experience to happen?
They didn't know they were being seen.
Thanks. That's all I
So
need.
it was, they were looking in on the class, and the class was doing well, but they noticed that they saw you, so they backed out very quickly.
Thank you so much for that.
Who did you think the species was?
It was definitely in my energy vibration. I believe that it was I felt the energies of the species. I didn't feel Pleiadian. I feel that there was an essence of Pleiadian energies associated with, but it was not aquatic, but definitely, yeah,
I got it. Yes. Remember, Pleiadians can look aquatic at times, depending on how shiny they present themselves.
thank you
Which
so much.
it looks like they presented themselves very shiny, at least in the forehead area.
That is correct.
And so they looked more aquatic because you didn't see the whole face.
That is correct.
And so they were Pleiadian, and that could be also Arcturian because there are aquatic Arcturians as well. But I felt Pleiadian energy when you showed me the face.
Right. I mean, that was the initial energy that I felt because I read energies before I can do that. And I did feel that there was some Pleiadian there. Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. I believe it was an area of Pleiadia that you are not familiar with.
Thank you.
Okay, Cami has a question from the chat. She says, so many timelines. Does it mean that some people in the world of any timelines are virtual, but not really people?
Remember, there are many timelines with the same people on all of the timelines that there are here. And so they are real people, but they may change slightly with the different timeline that they are presenting. Meaning that in one timeline, you may chew gum, and the next timeline, you don't chew gum. Or something slightly subtle like that. You may wear boots in one timeline and not in another. So you may have one kind of personality trait in one and not in the other. So you could be a little more gregarious in one and just outgoing in another. There is a difference.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, that is the last question that I do have for you, Almatak. Is there anything you wanted to share with us, or you did share in the very beginning, but is there anything else before?
Well, just to make you aware, more informational kinds of messages will be coming to Earth. Tesla is returning. There are great movements in thought processes coming. And these kinds of things will shed their light on your planet. Not maybe in the way that you feel that you know the origin of it. Tesla is someone that is a very positive being, but he's been associated with negative beings as well. But do not be afraid of the information that's coming. It will help the planet endure.
Is he being born in a body, or is he coming as a guide?
A higher self. He's coming as a higher self to a great being.
Okay, will he identify as Tesla, or will we just realize it's Tesla?
You will realize it. He will identify it, but he might not say his name, but you will know his genius.
All right, thank you for that. And let me just see if there's any other questions. Nope, that was the last question we had. Thank you.
Very well. I will bring someone else if there's time.
There's time for just maybe 1 or 2 questions for someone else.
One moment. I am Archangel. One moment.
Okay, thank you.
I am Archangel Michael.
Welcome, Archangel Michael. It's lovely to have you here again.
The translator had to catch up.
Yes. That was cute. Okay, I believe David had a question for you. He requested you.
He has since left.
He left.
Yes.
Well, then I will ask if anyone else has a question for Archangel Michael. Adriana has a question for you immediately.
Thank you, Archangel Michael, for inspiring me and all your love and goodness you bring to the world.
Thank you, my dear. I am here to serve.
My question is, I have a private channeling coming up, and I have a number of questions, and I'm trying to figure out who I should talk to. I figure it's probably someone, maybe Archangel Raziel, or I'm a little lost in this department.
Raziel is the archangel of mysteries and secrets, and that will do you fine. You can call on any of the archangels. They can give you a myriad of information, and they will be able to tell you many things that you would like to know. The angels are a good source of information. But if you think Raziel would be best, that is best for you. If he is coming to mind, he will be there, or she. Raziel shows herself as a man or a woman.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Were there any other questions? Stephen Helm has a question. He says, do certain souls hold the energies to decipher ancient prophecies?
Yes. But they are very, very few and far between. And they have to be in the right place at the time to do what they need to do. And so, yes, they have been put here for a purpose. They are here to do what they need to do, but they must follow the will of God in order to get this done, because they cannot answer these universal questions without being part of the universal God.
So they have to be tuned in to God.
Correct.
All right, thank you. Joan would like to ask your assistance for the energy in her body to integrate. She wants to know if there's any advice for her on that.
Integration is a wonderful thing. Allow it to integrate. Do not be worried about how fast or how slow it integrates. Just allow it to do so, because you will go at your own speed. Everyone has their speed of integration for different things. Downloads, angel energy, creator being energy, magic energy. It is all relevant to what you can do with your system. And so therefore, do not worry about these things, because they will come into their own.
Okay, thank you. Wendy has a question. This is the last question. Go ahead, Wendy.
Yes, hello. How are you today?
I am well.
Wonderful. So before I started hearing or doing my light language earlier at the beginning, I heard the light, or the energy, no, it was the energy. Sorry, my brain just had a fart. But I got the sense that that was you coming through with the message. And I've also had messages of electric love. And so I recently had what's that called? An
EES.
It was an electrical testing on my arm for my nerve system, but when they
Yes.
hooked it up and ran the first test, all the lights went out. So, like the power went out, and then it took about 5 minutes. It came back on, so they were going to reschedule me, and then they didn't. But I wanted to know about this because I also know that this new energy has been given to me when I was in Boston. So I not just me, but I think to lots because of the solar energy. But can you give us any information on the energy message?
Yeah. The energy message is strong at this time because there are many different energies that must be understood and comprehended at this time. There are many that are experiencing the same kind of thing as you when they go for MRIs or ultrasounds or things of that nature. Suddenly, all the lights go out. The energy, they draw all the energy into their being. And so, this is something that is good and also bad because they have to learn how to control that so they don't suck all the energy out of the machineries. But for a second, they do that and it causes everything to stop. So I've heard about this many thousands of times across your world at this time. So people are drawing in energy much faster than they think. And they must be careful with that because, yes, you drew in a great deal of energy very quickly. The reason for that is that you are expanding and that you are becoming a greater being. Remember to stay out of this depression area. But that energy was there to help you with your depression and help you with your health.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Any other messages for this group? Love you.
I
Yeah.
just want to make a blessing for you. This is my last thing. I will say a blessing for you in closing.
Oh, Angie, okay. Just,
Did Angie want to say a blessing?
no, it just that she confirmed that when she went for an MRI, the power went out as well.
Interesting. See what I'm saying? This is something that is happening with those that are enlightened. They can draw on the energies of machinery and lights and things of that nature. So it is what it is. You're a powerful person. Keep your energy in love. That is the strongest of the emotions. That is the strongest of the powers. The selfish, more selfish powers will draw the energy in from outside. So be aware of that. Love will actually take energy, and it is a kind of energy, but it is not one that will cause any harm or lights to go out or anything like that. Very well. Much love. Let me give you a blessing.
Yes, please.
Tira kasundavuriata matoshuti, sevendiata alroi Adonai, kashavara netitiatoravam pacham chipia, guriatandesi odiatomora, kihewa anzi, sasoa, nunada shimja, shikopata, peraclito seve shinda voshunda vatatu, pacham, shavria, Adonai, Gira Jesu revi vene natarashinzavasas. I bring to you great tidings of joy for your peoples, because there is change coming. It may not appear to be a good change, but it is a change that will change the world, all with God's permission, with God's intervention, with Christ's intervention, with spiritual intervention. This is a time of great peace, but also great disaster. A time of joy, but all a time of unrest. I will leave you with the Spirit of God resting upon you. Feel him as he is there. Know that he is with you and know that you have God within your life. Use him and help him to be part of your system, to be part of who you are in all ways. Love, peace, joy, wisdom. These are the things the God wishes for this planet at this time. Amen.
And thank you.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Archangel Michael, for being here with us today.
My pleasure. I will be with you. Hello?
Hello.
How you
Hey,
doing?
Jane.
Good. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
A lot of beings come. We had a lot. So
Oh, really? Okay.
it's really nice. Yeah.
You
Good.
were amazing, as always.
Excuse me. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.
God bless.
So I think because we had Archangel Michael do a blessing, we also had Dragon do a blessing. I think that we can say that's the blessings for today.
Agreed.
And yeah, and so why don't we just finish with the announcements, and then we will call it a day.
Thank you
Very
so much. Jim, what a great session. Thank you always for your love and your energy. We have the channel panel. Jim will be a participant, not only as a speaker, but he will also be facilitating a workshop there as well, expanding your psychic energies. And when we started in the beginning, I believe Amatak will be coming and speaking at this channel panel, but we'll leave it up to those that want to speak. I'm going to be sending out to all of us the flyer, the video, where Jim is speaking about what his speech or his class will be about at the channel panel. I'll get that out to everyone in an email. I'm very excited for this. This is exciting times, exciting things, exciting energies, changing, everything moving, continuing to move forward. Just love it.
The energy will be strong here. And just like being on a vortex, which Sedona is,
Right.
Whenever you're on vortex areas, your channeling is stronger, your messages are stronger, your everything happens in a more pure and beautiful way. So I'm looking forward to that too.
The ways to access this is online, Rob Gotthier's, the channel panel. You can go in and you can check in the dates, the times. It is January 3rd through January 5th, 2025 in Sedona, Arizona. It's also, the information is on Jim's website, jim-charles.com, and you can go in there and take a look and see what's there. I'm very excited for this. This is very exciting.
Angie will be going to,
Yes.
as well as maybe one other person from, we're looking to see who else will come along with us.
Great.
All right.
Perfect. So it will be very exciting, and we look forward to they're honored to. They're not gonna know what hit them when Jim starts channeling. So
That's it.
Well, we'll see.
So, and if you would like to become a member of Hucolo, you can go to hucolo.org, and for $10 a month, you will always have a seat in the room. I've gotten some messages from people asking, how can they come in the Zoom room? You just go to hucolo.org and you can sign up there. That's also for people who want to get on our email list. You can also send a message to
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Just a reminder, next week in the US is our Thanksgiving. So we will be having the week off. So we will be back in 2 weeks. There will be no channeling next week, but everyone can have a break. And I know you don't want us to leave you for one whole Saturday, but, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. So much love to everyone. Thank you
Yes,
so
and I will have 2 weeks off.
And Jim will have 2 weeks off, which is
Yes.
probably much needed. So everyone have a and we actually will be back with Jim, right? We'll start off with you.
Probably if we have 2 weeks off,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving in the next
That's
week,
sort
then
of
I will come
3
back.
Jims in a row, which is, who wouldn't want that,
Right.
right? So
Very good.
we'll be back in
Krishna
2 weeks.
Priya, Krishna Priya, thank you always for all that you do for us as well.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
thank you all.
Yeah.
I thank Angie and Krishna Priya, and Dawn steps in sometimes, so it's really good. Thank you.
We have a wonderful, beautiful group here. So thank you to everyone that is in our room, to Elena, Adriana, Joan, Susan, Wendy, Michael, people that are not here, like Christine and Yana. We think of you, we miss you. Also, I heard from Jen this week, so hi to Jen. People in the YouTube chat, like Metwali, who's always there, and some other people, Sion and Dion and Abre and Temple, and just people that I'm forgetting. So much love to you. We love you all.
Yes.
Thank you. And Joe and Gary and everybody. And I'm sorry if I forgot your name. Someone think of a name.
And
Oh.
Mary, yes, I missed Mary. Richard, I missed your mom coming.
Yeah, Mary has to come back, and Stephen and Cami, and who else? Tom, who's new to us, Swazi, that's here a lot. Inez, hello. So thank you to everyone. Gregor that was here.
Delish.
Who? And Radha? Oh my goodness. We didn't even-
Delish.
Who?
Delesh, yes.
Celeste.
Oh, Celeste. Oh my gosh. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm forgetting very important people here. I'm not forgetting need to mind.
Yeah.
And
Celeste.
Sheer and
Radha, yeah.
Radha, who was here earlier, but she must have dropped off. So, all right.
I have a quick question about the gym private sessions. Do they still?
Can you ask that to Jim offline when we're going to go offline
Okay.
now?
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
No,
everybody.
what about it? I can answer it real fast.
Do they still go? Can someone book a session, and is it maybe better after New Year, or how is the timing with
Yes,
you?
I'm booked up for December pretty much. So after the new year, yes.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Much love to you, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right.
Thank
Right.
you.
Oh no, is it 3 weeks or 2
2
weeks?
weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, don't make it longer, Jim.
All right.
Guys,